Okay, I believe we are recording. All right, so now I'm going to go over the second half here for the stairs, which is stairs by sketch. How do we convert a component stair, and then how do we do that from scratch? Okay, so back to our simple file. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually create a stair by component just to do the conversion process again. So I'm going to go up to Architecture, Circulation Stair. Keep it on that type. In fact, I'll change it to the type I made in that previous lecture, version 2 here. That really just manipulated my riser and stuff like that, just the look of the stair. Okay, so I'm going to stay on a straight run kind of component here. 5 feet looks pretty good. I'm going to do a straight run here. So there are 21. I'm going to start with 10. And then I'm going to move forward a little bit, maybe 10 feet or so, and then do the rest. Oop, sirens are going off here. Maybe it's a test. If you hear that, I apologize. All right, I'm just going to hit the green check. Okay, we have our stair by component made. Thank you, Revit, for making that actually quite easy to model something that's actually quite complex. But there it is. Okay, but let's say now that I want to manipulate this stair so it maybe maybe it has a different shape on the bottom or the top, and maybe the landing has a slightly different form to it. So what I'm going to do is click on the stair, and then I'm going to go up to Edit Stairs in my ribbon here. Okay, now I'm going to click on one of the runs. Okay, now I can click on the run, the landing, or the run, and I can convert each of them. So let's start with the bottom one. I'm just going to click on that run. I'm going to hit convert. Okay, it converted. It looks like nothing happened, but notice it's still selected and the convert button is grayed out. But if I now have this option to click edit sketch, so I'm going to click edit sketch, and I see a sort of two-dimensional depiction. Turn off my shadows here. A two-dimensional depiction of that stair run. So if I go to level 1, I could see that better. Turn off the shadows there. So what we have here are a green boundary line defining the edge of that stair, a green boundary line here defining the other edge of the stair, and we have black um, riser lines going up, and then we have this blue line here. So that's called the stair path. So really we have a boundary line, we have a riser line, and we have a stair path. Now I could sketch all those, I could manipulate these as I see fit, which I'm going to do. So similar to what we did in class, I think what I want to do is I want to actually come out like 2 feet here and then make a nice gentle curve and then come out 2 feet and make a nice gentle curve. So here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to grab this boundary line. I'm going to drag it back to that first stair. I'm going to grab this boundary line, drag that back to its first stair. Now I'm going to click on boundary line here. It defaults to the line, so what I'm going to do is draw a line out 2 feet. Now this is a construction line, okay? I'm going to have to erase this because my boundary line, my risers here should terminate into the boundary line, not have a situation like this where the riser turns into a boundary line. That's a good recipe for Revit confusion, so let's not do that. So I'm going to go up to this curved start and radius arc, and I'm going to go start and I'm just going to give this a slight curve. That looks pretty good. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to mirror that over the middle of the stair. And I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to delete that one. Now, really, we're done here for my manipulation that I wanted to do. I do not have to take these lines and extend them. As long as as long as these paths will cross and that this will terminate on that endpoint, like if this was shorter, that would be a problem. As long as you have a clearly defined kind of termination to these riser lines, it should do it for you. So I'm going to leave it and hit the green check. That's a good sign right there. Okay, so I hit the green check for editing the sketch. Now I have to hit now we're still in the stair tool, so now I have to hit the green check to leave the stair tool. Okay, it starts giving me a couple warnings about the railing, our good old friend railing. Sometimes this will look weird, sometimes it won't, so let's see what happens. I'll just ignore my warnings and go to my 3D view. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? So that's a weird little number there. Now, I'm guessing that happened because we had a curved edge going to that straight line. I thought that would help it, but maybe it didn't in this case. So let's go in there and manipulate it again. So I'm going to select that stair, hit Edit Stair, and then I'm going to click my run and go ahead and click Edit Sketch. I'll go back to my level 1. I'm going to delete that little guy, and I'm just going to drag this guy right to the end point there. Let's see what that does. That green check to be done with the sketch, green check to be done with the stair. Okay, I got no warnings there. That already sounded better. Let's see what it looks like in 3D. That looks better. Okay. So I got a nice flowing open stair. Okay. Same options are available to you on the top stair. Just to do it real quick, I'm just going to grab the stair, edit stairs to get into the stair, select the run. I'm going to go ahead and convert this run, and then I'm going to edit its sketch. I'll do that from the plan view. Now this one I'll just make weird. Let's just go out to there, and I'm going to bring this back. Let's see if Revit likes this. All right, that's a good sign. Hit the green check again. So it's kind of strange. I mean, that little guy, if that doesn't bother you, I would say you're in the wrong industry. But that little guy bothers me. But that's not where I want to get into right now. Just kind of showing you how you can go ahead and edit the path or the shape of that stair. Likewise, we can do the same with the landing. So I'm going to click on the stair one last time, click Edit Stairs, click on the landing, go ahead and click on Convert. Line is too short. I don't know what that's saying. I'm just going to hit Delete Element, and then I'm going to click Edit Sketch. And there's the shape of my landing. Again, I'm going to go to level 1. So with the landing, since we're not stepping up, there's no riser line options, just boundary and stair path. Okay, so let's mess with the boundary. So on this, I'm just gonna, I don't know, I want my landing to come out here. Okay, I gotta clean this up though. I can't have it be I have to have it be one sort of shape. Highlight lines, lines do not form a close. We have to be mindful of that. Let me tab over. What am I grabbing here? Chain of walls. Okay, I'm not worried about that. I'm going to go ahead and move this guy out. Let's see what this does. I'm going to go ahead and hit the green check. Cannot finish landing sketch. A landing sketch must be a closed loop. Okay, so I got a problem here. So I'm going to continue. That might be an issue there. It's going to delete those lines. Those look like a problem. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on boundary lines and then draw that line over. Highlighted lines do not. Okay, I'm not sure why it's doing that. Let's see. Green check. doesn't like it. Let me see if I can clean it up this way. Get rid of that. Ah, there's a little line right in here, it looks like. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, now I'll hit the green check. Looks like it was fine with that. And I'll hit the leaving the stair function. Let's see what happened. Looks like something fishy might be going on here. Let's go to my 3D stair. Oh, looks like the railings did okay on this one. Little weird. Again, if that doesn't bother you, we got bigger fish to fry. But this is all stuff that I could go back in and sort of, like, for example, I could bring this stair run out a little bit so it has some time to negotiate this turn. So the fact that I went straight over right at the top of the stairs, why you got that weirdness there. Same here. I would take this run, push it out a little bit, then it can handle this more elegantly. So that's the conversion by sketch, where you start with a component stair, convert it, and then you edit its elements. Sometimes that's useful, sometimes it's not. Um, like I would say if a component stair can get you 90% of the way there and then you got to make some modifications, yeah, then I would just go ahead and do that and edit it by sketch. Um, Now you can create a stair by sketch from scratch right from the beginning, and that's what we're going to do right now. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and delete this stair. Let's get rid of that bad boy. All right, let's go to level 1. And let's go up to architecture, stair. Have you saved? No, I haven't. Thank you for asking. I'm going to go ahead and close that. All right, now I'm in the stair tool. Now instead of clicking one of these components, I'm going to go ahead and just click the create sketch. So I'll click that. Okay, here are our options, right? We have boundary, riser, and stair path. So I'm going to show you how to make just a simple straight run. And then I'm going to show you how to make like a switchback. Like how do you make it so by sketch, so a stair goes up, turns, and then goes up again. So let's just start with the straight run. So I'm going to just make a boundary line. I have no idea how long it needs to be. Okay, I'm just going to make a boundary line here. And I'm going to make the other side of the stair another boundary line, but I'm going to make my stair kind of pinch near the top like that. So there we have some sort of angular stair. So I've drawn my two boundary edges. Now I'm going to click to riser. Okay, and here's my line setting already. Now it says I need to make 21 risers right here. And you've made none already. So I'm going to go ahead and make one right there. Now it says I made one, you have 20 remaining. So what I'm going to do now is I am just going to offset this line 1 foot. Okay, here's the beauty of this. I can make my treads now as wide as I want. Okay, because I'm sketching it all out. So I'm going to do 1 foot just like this. And you can see my counter going down. Or rather going up here, going down here. Okay, still going. So like I said, we're just going to do a straight run here. I'm not going to worry about the landing right now. Let's see. One. Oops. Accidentally copied this one on top of itself. I'm just going to delete it. And then I'm going to offset one last one because I need one more. That should do it. And I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to leave these like this. I'm going to see what happens. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but now I'm going to go to stair path. I'm going to select that line. And I'm just going to draw a line. I don't know. I'm going to do the middle point here to the middle point there. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's see what we get. Okay, So even though those lines went over, it didn't matter. It could calculate and figure out what I wanted to do. So that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to hit the green check. It should make my railings. That stair is actually looking pretty nice. I'll go to my 3D view. There it is. Pretty, pretty, pretty cool. All right. So we made one straight run. Now how do we make one with a landing in it? So I'm going to go to my level 1. Let's do the same routine. Okay, so I'm going to go architecture, stair, sketch. Oops, where did I hit here? Sketch. This is what I want. I accidentally hit landing right there. I just want to keep it on run and I just want to click sketch. Okay, boundary. So really what we want to do is, let's say I want to do like 10 stairs and then at a foot apart, and then I want to do a break, and then I want to do whatever I have left. I think there's 21, so it'd be 11. So I'm going to draw a 10-foot boundary line because each of my treads are 1 foot wide, so that would be 10 feet. And then this will be my landing. So I'm just going to draw my other half of my boundary. So let's do something like this. Okay. Now this is going to be my boundary. I'm going to go straight some distance. I did something 6'6". And then I have to go the remainder. So I'll hold off on that. Now I'm just going to do my risers for the first run of stair. You can see my counts are doing what they should do. I'll offset this guy because I want to get, let's see, 10 of them here. 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Okay, then the break. And now let's do, so I have 10 remaining. So I'm going to go, this might be too long, but I'm going to do 10 feet. And see if I can line these together. Something like that. So I have my boundary. Now notice my landing is separated. It's a separated line. So it's run, landing, run, run, landing, run. So I'm going to go to my riser. Okay, that went up. Everything is moving right along. Let me just get the rest of the risers, watching my counter. Okay, so I went 1 foot too far. I'm just going to shrink these guys up. Okay, and then I'm going to make this one go to the end so that I have something to click to make my stair path. Middle to middle to middle to middle. Hit the green check. Revit seemed to like that. Green check one more time to leave the stair tool, and let's see what we got. Kind of goofy looking in 3D, isn't it? Well, that railing, you know, that sweet, sweet railing always likes to do that. So there you have it. So that's kind of how we do that. So all you have to do is split up those boundary lines to get that landing, to make it so Revit can understand that that's a landing right there. So now what I might want to do is make a U-shaped one. I'm going to do exactly the same idea. I'm going to go 10 steps to a flat area, but I'm going to loop that flat area around and then go 10 steps up. So I'm just going to delete these two just so we have some room. Go to my level 1, and I'll go to stair, and I'll go to by sketch. Boundary, I'm going to go 10 feet. I'll make this one kind of simple. Maybe I'll make it a 4 foot wide stair. Okay, so there's my first run. Then I'm going to go flat for 10 feet. This will be like a big landing. So this is 4 feet. So I'm going to go, I'll do a 5 foot gap in between the runs. So I'm going to go up, over, up. So I'll do, let's see, 4 plus 1 is 5, plus another 4 is 9. Okay, and I'll stop it here because this I want to be all flat, and then I'm going to start my next run up here. And I want this to come over 1 foot and then up. So it's almost better if I just have that whole thing out there for you so I can explain it better. So I have my first run here. Then this is going to be my landing. So it's this little line and these lines. And then this is going to be my next run up. I could have just as well put this run, say, over here or something like that. So you kind of come up, come over, and then go up again. So I have my boundary. Now I'm going to go to my riser. I'm going to start drawing them. I'm going to watch my ticker there. And looks like everything's working. So separate those by a foot. And then I'm going to do 11 more. So I'm going to click on riser again, line, and start a new one right here. And then offset those till I am down to 0. Okay. You know what? I'll leave that overhang because I'm just curious if I need to clean it up that much or if it just knows. And now I'll do my riser, or I'm sorry, my stair path. So I'm going to go middle to middle. Oop, that was a boundary line. Definitely don't want to do that. I'm going to click stair path, line to line. Now here, I'm just going to try to bring it out somewhat to the middle here. Let's see if I can. Here, I'll just put this line here and go to there. And then I can go here. Actually, I'll just pretend like I'm actually going up the stair. Let me see if I can bring that back. It's not letting me. Oop, need another boundary line. Stair path. And then up to there. Now this isn't acceptable. I have to clean that up. Oop, clicking on the wrong buttons here. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Trim, extend to corner. There. Okay. And I'll hit the green check. I'll hit the green check. Okay. Seemed like that didn't matter. That little part there. Hit the green check again. And Revit clearly understood what I was going for here. If I go to 3D, yep, there we go. Now you're going to get that weird little rail situation there. But we can fix that when we get into railings. But yeah, so that's how you do it. So we went over 3 different methods. We did the straight run, we did the run, landing, run, and then we did this U-shaped run. So all those we sketched completely from scratch. Before that, we took a component stair that we made and then we converted it and manipulated each of its runs and the landings to be a different shape. So you can use all those different methods to create a really funky stair. For example, in the entry of your law office, that would be a good spot for that. A fire stair, like they have you do in the book, that'll be more for like doing the fire stair. Like a component stair would be perfect for that. So, all right. Hope this helps.